since we don't yet have a bad desert that we're going through, I've been doing some calculations on how much water I need per mile. So right now we're getting up early. We're walking by 6:30. So in morning temps, before the sun gets too hot, I use about 1 liter for every 7 or 8 miles. And I don't know yet how much I use after about 10 in the morning when it gets hotter. But I'm trying to focus on that so that when I get to the real desert, I'll have an idea of what I'll need to carry, or not really what I need to carry, I guess how fast I need to move to get to the next water source when they're farther apart. And how much earlier I'll need to wake up in the morning so I can beat the heat. But we're almost already doing 10 by 10. Not quite there, but it won't be long. Look at this. This is another rock pile that we gotta go over. Looks like somebody just blew up the side of the mountain and it just fell back down on itself. And right up here, there's a swarm of either flies or bees. I'll keep this on as I walk through. Let's see what happens. Well, I made it through. Maybe it was just flies. So we're in the thick of it. It's the Planet of the Apes. Here's our water source for the afternoon. The cistern that's busted open. Nope. I'm not puking yet.
That's where that girl got her name.
Yeah. We're gonna change your name, Weatherman.
Yeah.
Do you know what the other name is? I'm not gonna say it since I'm on video.
What?
Because I'm videoing you blowing that up.
Okay.
Actually, it might work pretty good for you, knowing the story from the vortex.
Yeah.
That's going pretty fast.
I don't put my name out there too much.
So 2 ounces in the pump.
It's 4 ounces.
4 ounces. How long's the battery gonna last?
They last, it seems to be about 40 days. So I mean, not bad.
You're enjoying this a lot more than I'm gonna enjoy what I'm putting mine
It's
up.
the same batteries for my headlamp.
Awesome.
All right, all in one.
They're
What's
the same candies.
Yeah. My
They're not
grandma
all the
used-
same, I think.
Grandma really?
Yeah.
This is a root beer. Oh, I love the root beer ones here. Oh yeah. Do you want this strawberry?
How do you know it's the root beer one?
Because it looks like a root beer barrel.
Oh, really?
My grandma used to have this.
Happy Easter morning, everybody. It's probably about 6:45. We just left camp, and we stayed at this place in Gut Hook that's it's labeled as water tank. It's somewhere around mile 145, and it's actually more than a water tank. In my opinion, it's the best place to stay in the first 150 miles of the trail. It's, you know, unless you're in the middle of nowhere and you prefer that. But if you prefer a couple picnic tables, a very clean privy, a bucket shower, water, and just, you know, all around good, well taken care of place, it's a pretty good spot. You're actually on the property of a lady named Mary, and she lives, you can see her house, and she takes care of the place. They should call it Mary's place. It's so much better than Mike's place. And on Easter morning, she actually provides breakfast for all the hikers that are there by about 8 or 9 in the morning. So we won't get that, but that's okay. And she has Easter eggs out that you can find that have treats in them. And she has themes every year for the camping area. This year it was based on the 200-year anniversary of, I think, Walt Whitman's birth. So she's got some history there she can read. She's got a book library that's really neat. Some postcards in there that you can take. So if it works out in your schedule, 100 mile 145, it's a great place. And we met a good group of hikers there too. And this morning is my wonderful wife's birthday. So happy birthday, Diana.
Happy birthday, Diane.
You're probably walking in sandy beaches right now, just like I am. Except I don't have any water next to me. It was a cold night last night. One of the coldest, I think. For me, it was probably the worst night of sleep, even though yesterday was the best hiking day, I think, so far. I see it now in my puffy eyes. You can tell I didn't get a good night's sleep. The wind was blowing pretty good. The ground wasn't holding in my stakes very well. So I had to fix that a few times. But all is okay. That's how it goes. So with Morpheus, we got 2 more full days of hiking, and then he's off to Atlanta. So my fun with Morpheus is coming to an end.
Gonna miss it.
Yep. You guys have a good Easter.
Happy Easter.
We're getting closer to our first snow-covered mountain. It's a cool morning. I think it's probably in the 40s. Morpheus says it's in the 30s, but he's kind of a cold wimp. But right there in front of us is San Jacinto, we are pretty sure, and you can see a little bit of snow on it. It's definitely closer than it was last time we saw it. So we'll be there. We'll be starting at the foothills of it probably tomorrow, and then we'll be going up the side of it Tuesday morning for sure. hiking up in a little section looking east, right over Palm Desert and Palm Springs. It's about 6 a.m. and we're headed into Idlewild. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Today's a big day for a couple reasons. First off, we're going to be headed up the south side of San Jacinto Mountain a little later today. That will take us to our first actual hiking in snow. So there's been a lot of spin around how bad it is, if it's passable, if you need micro spikes or other things. So we'll see later today, and I'll record some of that once we get there. It's probably another 10 or 12 miles out. We can see it right now. It's right in front of us, but we got a little ways to go. And second reason it's a big day is because it's Morpheus' last day on trail. If all goes as planned, he will have hiked about 179, almost 180 miles of the PCT. And we will take a side trail into the town of Idlewild and meet a good friend, Brian. And Morpheus will head back to Atlanta, back to the Matrix. And I thought it was a good day to actually introduce Morpheus. I was probably a little late in doing this. It's his last day already. But I had a couple questions online about who my hiking partner was. So Morpheus is a friend from home. And I guess we've known each other, we figured out maybe like 12 years. Our wives are really good friends. That's how we met. And last year when I did the AT, Morpheus and two other really good friends, Wiley and Goat, started the AT with me. So Morpheus did the first week, which was basically the first 100 miles of the AT with me. And so he wanted to also do the first week of the PCT with me. So that's why he's here. And the Morpheus name is due to his love of the Matrix. Let me see if I can, while I'm doing this. You see his red gaiters. That's his symbol for the red pill. So he has taken the red pill, although his experience outside of the Matrix will end shortly. And anything you want to say, Morpheus?
Hike on.
Here we are, our first up close view of snow. We got a little bit of crossing to do. We're probably like 2 hills from San Jacinto, which you can see right there. So we're still going towards San Jacinto. And we started somewhere way back there this morning. And we've come all around these mountains. It's incredible. It's so larger than it looks. So much larger. Down in the valley is Palm Springs and Rancho Mirage and Palm Desert. We're probably I don't know, 7,000 or 8,000 feet, maybe. And I'm not gonna go stand out on that rock. It's April 22nd. We're probably around mile 175 and a half. This has been the worst of the snow. You might encounter 3 that are a quarter of this size prior to getting here. But no spikes for me right now. So we're still at mile 175 and a half. And this is the longest section that we've encountered so far, and it's probably about 1:30 in the afternoon, so we're post-hauling a little bit in some of these spots where everybody else has walked. Hey, look everybody, we're in the desert. We're in the desert. You see what I see? I see snow. It's snowing in the desert.
I think that freaking snows.
I'll take it over rain any day. Right now. Bring on the rain. Excuse me. Bring on the snow if you're gonna precipitate. So it looks like we made it through all the bad snow. Morpheus says there's still more to go, but I'm calling it done. I'm not touching any more snow with my feet until the Sierras. Dang. Had to break it. We're almost through it. Almost. All right. Not smart with a phone.
Just want to walk on the snow.
Last time.
You just want to walk in and you want to fall in.
The pants are falling down. Can you see my crotch?
Not yet.
Yeah.
Here comes some more.
So my take on the snow is it's doable. It will slow you down. It will be more enjoyable with micro spikes. But it's doable without them. We didn't have them. And Morpheus only had one trekking pole because he broke his other one like a week ago. We're obviously not through the snow yet, but we're getting there. So, April 22nd, you need your micro spikes as you ascend San Jacinto and plan for, at least right now, plan for 1 mile an hour. So I believe we're about to make it to our last peak of the day before we head down towards Saddle Junction. Let's see what this says. Saddle Junction, baby. Right over that cliff and down we go. It says we made it to Saddle Junction, to the top of the mountain. Not to Saddle Junction, but to the top of the mountain.
Oh, cool.
We made it!
Not yet.
Saddle Junction. Over the hills in that direction. Follow the footsteps. Off we go. Our last hill of the journey together. All right.
I'm all for it. It's been kicking my butt today.
It was a tough one.